As you can see, we have a bright afternoon. Wind blowing towards the shed end. They were sheltered in the east end, behind which they are going to build a station on the underground so people can come straight into the ground. And they will come in. The first thing they do is to check their program, and this is the lineup on this particular afternoon for Chelsea. Mark Stein not fit, but in the end Glenn Hoddle has decided not to bring himself back into play. He hasn't started a match since November. Instead, he's just replaced Stein by David Hopkin.
Yes, looking at the formation, it's quite interesting to see number 27 there, David Hopkin, being pushed more up front. Most of his games this season have been sort of on either flank in midfield, and certainly to see how their experiment goes, although of course Gavin Peacock prefers to come from deep, and I'm sure he'll be joining those front two at every opportunity.
The Wolves manager, Graham Turner, may have had a bit of doubt about midfield, but in the end, Robbie Dennison did not pass a fitness test on a groin strain, so that means that Darren Ferguson is in the number 8 shirt. They play with a very set pattern of 3 at the back, and now Whittingham, Trevor up front.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Darren Ferguson, of course, his father Alex is here today to see him play. Number 7 alongside him, Chris Marsden, who's got quite a cultured left foot, and they'll be the supply line, I think, to Guy Whittingham. He's such a prolific scorer, and no better day perhaps than to put himself back in the frame.
So the two skippers, Peter Shirtliff on the left and Dennis Wise on the right, and two very proud mascots for Chelsea, Ryan Nicholas, and for Wolves, Rosh Hodgson, who has a birthday. He'll be 10 years old next Friday, and his mother took the trouble to write to the BBC and say that her son was going to be one of the mascots. As it's Mother's Day, she's entitled to have him mentioned, and indeed daughter Rebecca, who had a birthday last Tuesday. Referee, the man in charge there, is Graham Pole of Tilehurst in Berkshire. Gavin Peacock, very much the hero of the hour, and back on the same field as David Kelly, with whom he formed such a partnership with Newcastle last season. Kevin Keegan decided to let both of them go. Darren Ferguson being watched by his father, and presumably hoping that he might have the opportunity to play against his father's team. So Chelsea attack the goal to our right, and Chris Marsden starts the first move for Wolves. The pass a bit too far ahead for Andy Thompson.
Alan Hansen mentioned the conditions, and it is a very strong swirling wind, and it's Chelsea who got the benefit. Sometimes it may not be a benefit, but they're playing with it very much behind them in this first 45 minutes.
Mike Stowell, the Wolves goalkeeper. Around the centre circle. Dane Kjellberg pulled away, got his foot to it. Shirtliff. The challenge by Newton. David Hopkin, who came on at Old Trafford to replace the injured Mark Stein, and has kept his place. Steve Clark put it out, enjoying some of his best times at Chelsea. A back line that has a Scotsman, a Dane, a Norwegian and an Englishman. Here's the Norwegian, Jonsson. And Whittingham's first shot, no trouble for the Russian goalkeeper. Like a little push, but he got away with it. Sinclair placing the ball. Moved to fullback last week. Played well and stays there. Birdie just down this touchline.